Kaylee Hottle was 18 years old. She was born in Atlanta, Georgia, in 2007, into a family with 4 generations of deafness on her father's side. American Sign Language was her first language, the language of her home, and later the language that would carry her into millions of living rooms around the world. Her path to acting started early. As a child, she appeared in commercials aimed at the deaf and hard-of-hearing community, including work with the video relay service Convo. By the time she was a teenager, she had already spent years comfortable in front of a camera. In 2021, she was cast as Jia in Godzilla vs. Kong. Jia was a young girl from Skull Island who communicated with Kong entirely through sign language, and the role called for something rare in a blockbuster franchise film, a deaf actress playing a deaf character, with sign language treated not as a gimmick, but as the emotional center of the story. Her co-stars, Alexander Skarsgård and Rebecca Hall, learned ASL themselves so they could work with her directly on set. Skarsgård later spoke publicly about how impressed he was by her talent and her professionalism. She reprised the role in 2024's Godzilla x Kong, The New Empire, the 5th film in the MonsterVerse franchise, directed once again by Adam Wingard. Rebecca Hall and Brian Tyree Henry returned alongside her, joined by newcomers Dan Stevens and Falachin, as the story sent Kong and Godzilla into the hidden world of Hollow Earth to face a new threat. This time, Jia was older, more central to the plot, and given far more to carry emotionally, including a storyline about her own uncertain place in the world. Promoting the film in 2024, Hottle spoke about what it meant to see a deaf character front and center in a major blockbuster, saying she hoped other deaf viewers would see Jia and recognize themselves in her. She described the bond between Jia and Kong as one built on a shared search for belonging, 2 characters who had each grown up without a family of their own and found something like one in each other. She also talked about growing more comfortable acting opposite a green screen the second time around, and said she would be glad to return as Jia again if the franchise continued. Her performance in The New Empire earned her a nomination for the Saturn Award for Best Performance by a Younger Actor. Outside of acting, Hottle was known as an advocate for the deaf community. She was a senior at the Texas School for the Deaf in Austin, where she was, by all accounts, simply one of their own, a student, a classmate, a friend. On the morning of July 21, 2026, Hottle was a passenger in a car that veered off a road in Frederick County, Maryland, and struck a ditch. She died from her injuries. She was 18. Her father, Joshua Hottle, shared the news himself in a video posted to Facebook, signing to the camera for nearly 23 minutes as he explained what had happened and that he was flying from Texas to be with her. The Texas School for the Deaf released a statement calling her loss a tremendous one for their entire community and said counseling would be made available to students and staff who needed it. Kaylee Hottle spent her short life doing something genuinely rare. She brought her language, her culture, and her community into a major film franchise, and she did it while she was still a kid herself, still in school, still growing up. Audiences who had never seen ASL used as the emotional core of a Hollywood movie saw it because of her. She is survived by her family and by a body of work that introduced a wider audience to the deaf community she was part of and proud of. Kaylee Hottle, 2007 to 2026.